All right, so let's call this video PTS for writing because that's really what it's about. Most people really do hate writing. Okay, maybe not most people. A lot of people like to say they hate writing or have just had a lot of bad experiences for a variety of reasons. So, what I'd like to talk through is a little bit of the kind of psychology behind that. So I'd like to say that sometimes people get a soft form of PTS for writing. This isn't to downplay what veterans actually go through or people who have been through severely traumatic experiences, but just hang in there with me for a minute and we'll see if you agree. If I asked you, do you hate writing? Do you like writing? 80-90% of my classes, 80-90% of my students in my classes say, no, I don't like writing. Yes, I hate writing, or whatever, some version of that. And then let's follow up. Have you ever, just it's a yes or no, so think in your head, have you ever stayed up late the night before writing an essay last minute? So you kind of procrastinated, there were some things that happened, you got busy, whatever the case. Have you ever stayed up till midnight, 1, 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning, all the way through? And I've done that. In my first year of college, I stayed up for like 60, 70 hours straight because I was working and going to school and taking a full load of courses, and I had papers to write just like you. So I've done that too. Now, what usually happens is that then you stay up late, you working on something that maybe you weren't interested in at all in the first place. Maybe you started out interested in it, but you had to make that mental shift into this just has to get done. So then the project became, I have to do this and it's just got to get done. I don't really care about it at this point. I just don't want to fail. And when you shift into that mentality, like that makes it a lot less fun. Most people would agree. And so you stay up the night before, you do all this work all in one night, you're exhausted the next day, you turn in a product that you're not 100% confident in because you know it was last minute, then you get a grade you don't like. Or that you weren't expecting, or that you were hoping for something better, and then you get feedback that's usually, here's what you need to fix, here are the things you did wrong, marked up, all like, here are all the grammar mistakes, here you should have changed this structure. Or hopefully you had someone really cool give you feedback, and they're like, hey, this was really cool too. And but most people don't have that experience at this point when they get to my class. So all of this builds this negative experience connected to writing, this emotional, psychological, negative weight, because I'm tired, I'm not looking forward to it, I'm not looking forward to the grade, I get my paper back, and it's a bunch of fix-it feedback that hopefully I'll remember when I go to write the next paper. All of that are these negative experiences that build to this larger emotional reaction to writing. Now, if you go through that and that becomes your process for writing, you do that over and over and over again for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 writing assignments over a period of your high school career or early college career, or however long it is and whatever project it is, you tend to develop a complex about writing a little bit, where you are now responding to what has become an ongoing trauma in your life connected to writing, where every time you go to write, it's tiring, it's exhausting, you get a grade you didn't want, you get feedback about how bad it is, and this develops this negative response to writing, these negative emotions tied to writing. So then every time after that, every time you go to sit down and write, all those negative emotions and things show up as you sit down at the computer or as you go to write on a piece of paper, and then that is that emotional baggage you carry into that experience, and it triggers all those negative emotions, and suddenly it creates this cycle of procrastination and more negative experiences. So we want to try and fight that by developing an effective process of writing that leads to a more effective product that we can be proud of, or more proud of, and that the experience would be more enjoyable because you're only doing little pieces at a time, that the experience would not be exhausting, that the experience would be something you can ultimately take time to enjoy, be proud of, work on something, even if it's not the most amazing topic in the world that you have to write. You're going to have some ownership in it over time, rather than oh gosh, this is just this, we're putting out fires here. Get the essay, get it written. Hopefully I don't fail. So that's kind of how PTS for writing works. In my mind, I call it a soft form of PTS that a lot of writers have. There are some other things connected to it with writer identity, language, feedback, and that sort of thing. But we'll talk more about that when we talk about the 8 aspects of writing. This video is about fighting the soft form of post-traumatic stress that comes with years of procrastinating toward writing, and we want to encourage again an effective process that leads to a more effective product that we can be proud of.